Happy Friday! What's going on, y'all? It's Nick here with F.O.F, Financial Coaching LLC, and I have Shalicia with me, and we're here today to talk about what else? Money. Hope you all are having a great day today. Honey, what are we talking about today?
All right, so today we want to talk about how to change habits.
Okay.
But before we get into that,
All right.
I did want to welcome you all and welcome our new subscribers. Our channel here is about finances in relation to life.
Okay.
So we don't think you'll be disappointed. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed.
Yep, and please like, share, comment on it. We want to hear what you all have to say.
Right. This is an interactive channel, so we feed off of y'all too. So give us feedback.
All right, now on to the video.
Today we want to talk about Keisha. If you don't know who Keisha is from a previous video.
Okay.
In that video, we talked about how Keisha would spend $1 million. She was very fiscally responsible.
She was fiscally responsible, Keisha, and you know, you kind of look like her a little bit, honey. You know Keisha?
You know, she must be cute then. No. I'm just kidding. But, okay, so yeah, we're going to talk about Keisha today. Check that video out if you haven't already.
And we'll put it up here on the card, too, so you guys can click on it and check it out.
So Keisha had a regular 9-to-5, $3 million. Okay. She had a regular 9-to-5 job. She actually paid for lunch every day, and that was the habit she really wanted to change.
Okay.
She was tired of doing that. She figured she can use that money for other things. She can use it for, paying off debt or going on a trip. She could do other stuff. So she really wanted to make a change.
We pretty much trying to give Keisha some advice.
Yeah.
On maybe what we would do.
Right.
And how we would handle making a change, especially a financial one, for her to really change this habit of buying lunch, and then from that, using that money to do something else with. Is that pretty much basically what we getting into today?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That is what we get into. So for me, just any type of change that's gonna happen in my life, I try to consult God first. I feel like He is the first and foremost go-to person to consult with anything that happens in life. And I know that He usually gives me strength in order to, keep going in any type of change that I may have.
Yeah, so because sometimes change can be hard.
Yeah.
When you're trying to do something different, it can be difficult. I think I've seen somewhere where it takes 40 days to change a habit, at least 40 days to change a habit. And so with that difficulty for us sometimes, even something as simple as not buying lunch anymore, you think, well, just stop buying lunch. That's it. But I do think when you're trying to change, especially if you're doing something better, it's important to understand what your why is. Like why do you want to change? And whatever that why may be is to go to God with that why and talk with Him about it, search with Him about it. So you really start to wrap your mind around, okay, this is something I want to stop doing and this is something I want to start doing in order to make that change for your habit, so that whatever your financial future, whatever you want that to be, it can be much better than what it is now if you make that change in the habit or the bad habit that you have.
The next bit of advice I would give Keisha is to really develop a strategy. I am not really big. I'm not gonna say that. I'm usually go with the flow, but when necessary, I will plan. But my husband, he is the planner in our household. But I would definitely tell, in this instance with Keisha, I would tell her to develop a plan that is essential, I think, to making a change in a habit, because you have an idea of where to start, where to begin, and how you're going to accomplish this goal.
Okay, so first of all, kind of surprised you talking about developing a plan. It's like music to my ears. I hope that really sinks in, though. But anyway, as you said, I'm more of the planner between the both of us. You go with the flow, but you also enjoy the moment, right? But that's a whole nother thing. And so I think it's important that developing a plan for what it is that you're trying to do when you're trying to change your habit can be very helpful. So you can start with a budget. You can budget your money. You know what I mean? You can say, okay, what do I need to do so that I don't continue to spend money at work? It could be not bring your debit card to work, right? Maybe you don't bring extra cash with you to work, right? Because you just want to be in a position where you're not going to tempt yourself, depending on what it is. That may be a little bit extreme, but depending on how bad you want to break the habit, you may have to do some extreme things, right? You may have to be much wiser than what you were, because what you are doing now may not be working.
Yeah.
And so that's not going to be helpful. And so my big thing is, yes, developing that plan, but the plan on how you're going to break the habit. Not just a plan just in general, but what are you going to do to actually break the habit, break the thing that you don't want to do anymore. And I think that will get you on the right road to become better, because I've done it before and it's helped me. That was with the budget. I think a budget really started helping me to say, okay, my money's going to go here, my money's going to go there. It really helped me to develop each month, okay, this is what I'm looking to do in general for my money, and it helped me to be able to have that plan and to break those bad habits, in general. So,
right.
Before we get into our next point, we want to know, do you all feel like developing a plan can really help you to break a habit? Let us know. Please comment below, and we'd like to see what you have to say, to see if this is really helpful or if this is just like ridiculous.
Lastly, I think consistency is really big. I know sometimes we can be really hard on ourselves, and I can speak for myself, I guess. I can be really hard on myself when I am desiring to change, and the change is like hard, and I may like fall off, and so then it's like I just stop. But it's really important to get back on the horse. Like even when you set your plan, and let's say that plan you miss a day. Like if Keisha goes develop a plan to not buy lunch, but yet one day she does, then, it's important for her to realize, okay, accept the behavior. Okay, I messed up a little bit, but tomorrow I'll get back on it. Don't just give up and just go back to your old ways, because old ways are kind of comfortable. And sometimes we gotta get uncomfortable in order for those to see make those changes.
Yeah. Wow. I think you hit the nail right on the head, honey. I mean, there's not too much I can add to that besides, sometimes cold turkey may not be the best way. So maybe she should dwindle it down to just eating lunch Tuesdays and Thursdays, or maybe just on Friday. That's when she'll pay for lunch. Something like that could be helpful. But whatever it is, like you said, just continue to do it over and over. Be consistent with it. And if you do fall off, which may happen, just get right back on the horse and keep going, right? Like sometimes, have you ever been doing something and you could just be like, all right, like I'm not going to eat sweets for today. And then let's say you eat like one cookie or eat something by accident. Like, oh, shoot, I forgot. But most people will be like, man, that whole day's messed up. Like, oh, I might as well just eat whatever because my day's over. But really, that moment you can say, no, I'm going to get back on the horse and I'm not going to eat sweets from the remainder of the day, for the remainder of the time. And so I think having that discipline is great, and being consistent with it is what helps us to really change those habits.
Yeah. Really, for this video, I would just challenge you to look at yourself, look at what you can change about your finances. And not only that, you can also look at ways you might want to change your character. What habits you do that you want to really focus on. It could be attitude. So I would challenge you to look at those things for yourself.
Honey, you brought up a good point, because really personal finances is really like 80% behavioral and 20% actual money, right? Like the actual dollars, the math and all that. And so I think looking at your character, looking at who you are, I think is very helpful in making you want to change to be able to break those habits, right? Because these habits, we'll have them since we're kids, and we don't even realize it sometimes. Sometimes it takes our spouse or somebody that we care about to see, hey, this is not something that's good in you. You got to change it. But in order to change it, you have to actually make that decision, right? Nobody can make you change it. So if you do see it, then you go ahead and you make that change. And this change can help you in so many aspects of life, including financially. And so we hope that you change your habits so that you'll be better financially, so that you can do and go and be who God has called you to be.
Right. And let me just say this sidebar. If you want to really know what to change about yourself, please get married. You'll find out a lot of what you need to change.
Amen to that. And on that note, happy Friday!